Good morning. It is 10 minutes till 6 right now, and I just looked down at my wrist like there's a watch there. There is no watch there. But it is 10 minutes till 6 on Monday morning, and I was going to document my entire weekend with video, but I got busy and I didn't document a dang thing. So, wake up with me again today and we will go through what I did this weekend. The beasts are rustling and ready for me to get up and let them out. Excuse my pile of laundry. That's my go clothes. They just stay there. Grizzly Bear, are you ready? Are you ready, Ripley? Are you ready to go? Grizzly Bear, are you ready? Let's go. Oh my god, the sun is not even up yet. So we might wait a minute before I truly show you anything. Because if I go over here, yep, I can't show you that yet. Too dark. But the first thing I always do every morning is go out to the garage where the grow tent is. So we'll just pop right in here real quick. There we go. We got some light. All right. So I showed you my grow tent last time, and I'll just get this open. All right. So my basil has indeed popped up very nicely since being repotted. It was very close to the soil a couple days ago, and now it's doing pretty good. So that makes me happy. Feverfew also has gotten some height since repotting, so yeah, they were definitely overdue. So I just watered them over the weekend. I should have fertilized my basil and my okra especially. My okra has some yellow leaves. Actually, I might do that this morning because I want that okra to do good. So we'll come back to that. But I did just water everything. I think it was yesterday, so there's no true maintenance that I need to do out here. I just check on them every day, make sure everybody's doing okay. Look for the yellowing leaves, look for drop leaves, check their soil moisture content, and that's about it. It takes me just a couple seconds every day. So since it is still very dark outside, we're going to wait for the sun. I will go back in and show you part of what I did this weekend. The beasts are ready to go back in, but I guarantee you in 2 minutes they're going to want to come right back out. So, are we ready to go in, guys? Do we want to go inside? Come on. Yeah, let's go. So part of the reason I'm doing this is, I don't know, I guess it's more for myself than anything, kind of documenting the path that I'm on. And I don't really care if I get views or likes. Like, I don't give a shit. But I do follow a lot of homesteading TikToks, YouTubes. I've been very obsessed with this life for a minute and pouring myself into it. But I don't really see people getting started. And I think it's important to see that everybody starts somewhere, and that it happens in baby steps, and it does cost money, it does cost time, but that can also be gradual, which is what we're trying to accomplish. I have really, really big goals, and I'm like obsessed over it. I feel a great sense of urgency about it because in this economy with the political stuff going on, like my family is legitimately scared. And if you know my family, maybe I'll do a little intro post on myself and my family later, but if you know my family, you can understand why we're a little bit scared of the current administration and things that are going on. So I feel a great sense of urgency with getting this homestead life started and kickstarted as fast as we can. So I have very, very big goals, but there's only so much that I can attain in 1 year or a couple months. So I'm just here to show the start of it, I guess, because you just don't see that represented, and you don't see people go through the failures, and you don't see people mess up and spend $1,000 here and oh no, I don't have a harvest because I didn't order this one thing or something. Like you just don't see that stuff. So I guess I just wanted to kind of document how things get started, because it's not easy and it's very overwhelming. But this is one of the things that I wanted to show off today. This is my first canning venture. I have never canned anything before, but this weekend I did a big meal. I did pork roast, not pork roast, more like pulled pork. Cooked that for a good 12 hours. And as I talk here, I'm just removing the rings from my canning because I haven't had a chance to actually check the seal yet. So we're going to see together. Oh, I got to use 2 hands for this one. Sorry. Now I haven't had a chance to check the seals on these yet. So we're just going to do that now. I did take it off of that one. What was I talking about? Oh, big pork roast. Pulled pork I did. And, yep, 2 hands again. And then I made these beans overnight, cook those low and slow, and I did a nice potato salad. I cooked the potatoes in the crock pot. Everything that I did this weekend cooking wise was very much a set and forget, which was amazing. But point being, oh, 2 hands again, sorry. Oh, that one's tough, hold on. So lesson number 1 learned in canning is that you don't tighten your lids too much before you can, because now this one's stuck. I can't get it off. I need an adult. And that's not me yet. Ever? I don't know. So anyway, I had the beans going and I decided I was going to double or triple the recipe, and I was going to can them. So I have lots of beans. So I'm going to check these seals the way YouTube taught me. I'm just going to line them up pretty just because that's how I feel right now. So let's see. Uh-oh. Why does this one sound so different? So I think this one didn't seal. This one feels okay. We'll give that one a chance. Okay. Oh, yep, there we go. That one didn't seal. Okay. So part of why I'm checking these is because I did have some siphoning when I was canning. And what I'm doing here is basically the lift test. If I can lift it by the lid and it stays sealed, then we know that we have a good seal. Not necessarily an indication that everything is safe and good, but it's a good start, that's for sure. So let's see, this one is going to go in the fridge, and that will just be treated like some leftovers today. And you know what, that's totally fine. It happens in canning, from what I understand, and considering that this was my first round of canning anything ever, I think coming out with 4 or 5 solid cans and just one that has to go in the fridge, you know, I think we did pretty good. So yeah, I'm proud of that. One other thing I did this weekend, I upgraded our tea. I am a fanatic over tea. Like, when I diet, I give up tea because I can lose 20 pounds just by giving up tea. Now that's sweetened with Splenda. I don't do sugar anymore. But we also have recently upgraded to a second fridge. So we have 1 fridge, 2 fridges, because with 6 or 7 people fighting over the same fridge space, it just wasn't working. this fridge here. This is where we keep all of our leftovers. And we have lots of eggs. I think I'm going to use some of those eggs. We hard-boiled them, and one of my roommates hard-boiled them. And then I saw a thing about Scotch eggs on Facebook, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to use some eggs and make Scotch eggs tonight. Speaking of which, I need to go defrost my sausage. So I'm going to grab that out of the big freezer. Oh, I got to feed the king, too. The king's food is on top of the freezer, so we're going to deal with the king. He is waiting. Wait. Oh. You bitch. Okay, come on. I'm sorry. It's not time yet. Wait a minute. I gotta get the sausage out. The king has been fed, and the sausage obtained. There is one entity in this household that governs me, and that's him. Alright, so sausage is defrosting, and we're going to go ahead and head back outside. Christopher, you want to come with me? Are you going to come with? Yeah? Yeah? Oh, there's the little one. Okay, let's go. Alright, and it's still dark, but it's less dark, so we are going to turn my hose on. We have this weird jury-rig setup where the hose out front is broken, it's leaky, so we use the hose out back and line it all the way around the house, and now I gotta go around front. Oh yeah, I forgot about these guys. These guys had to come inside for the night because Missouri's still too cold. So in a little bit I'll take those back outside so they can get some sun. So back out front. Oh, hi Katie, this is Loki. Loki is not ours, but he is ours. Hi Loki, come here. Come here, baby. You're okay. It's me. Come here. You love me. Come on. There we go. Come on. Oh my goodness. Oh, I see how it is. You won't let me touch you till I feed you, huh? Alright, I'll get you food. Loki belongs to neighbors across the street, and they have been having renovations done, and I think the noise from the renovations are scary for Loki. I don't know if the owners maybe aren't home consistently while those renovations are going on, but he has really taken to us in that time. So hi, are you ready? Yeah, here you go. Okay, he is happy now. So, anyway. At the moment, I am extremely adamant that we not add any more animals to the mix. In fact, we are currently turning down somebody moving in with us who is in a bad spot because she has animals, and unfortunately I can't take him in. We lost one of our animals in January, and it's been heartbreaking for everybody, but we already have 2 dogs still and the cat, and it's hard to afford those vet bills. And I said until we can pay for all of our animals to be truly treated well and get the medical attention they need, get the medications they need, I'm not having any more animals. So unfortunately, we have to say no to bringing Loki inside or people moving in, no matter how much help they might need. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and water my garden. I can't really see what's going on in there yet, but I should have watered last night, simply because I planted some seeds. But I was so tired yesterday, and I forgot to water in my seeds. So we're just going to hope that they stayed in the right place, and we'll water them in now. They've had all night to kind of settle in. So we'll finish watering this. And here we can see behind me one of the reasons I did not get to video or document my progress over the weekend, because we set up the arch I'll show you a little better. Hi, Loki. Now you want to play, huh? Come here. Oh my goodness. Okay, fine. Fine. So we set up the arch. We got some T-posts and attached to the garden bed. And this is where my beans and my cucumbers will hopefully grow up and up and up. And I was super worried that it would be too tall for me, but you can see it is just about right to where I can reach up and pick my green beans, which is amazing. I love it. And I need to water some things a little further out, so we're just gonna haul the hose as far as it'll go. And I'll show you what else I did this weekend. These are new beds over here. My partner got me these for Valentine's Day, and they have been sitting in grow pots in little cloth grow containers on the back porch since Valentine's Day. And this guy keeps putting on this nice red growth, and we had to get them in the ground. These are roses, and I have one over there too. I had 4. There was one that was supposed to go there, but it died, unfortunately. We had some hard frosts, and I thought, well, roses will make it through those frosts. It'll be fine. Well, he wasn't very well established yet, and he didn't have enough roots and warmth in his container to make it. So we did lose a rose. I will probably get a replacement for him, and I'm going to try to get the same kind. It's a rose variety called Oklahoma. The other one, that red one in the front that I'm spraying, that has the red growth, that one is called Mr. Lincoln. Both of those are very pretty, large, red varieties of rose. And the guys in back, here and here, those are my white cloud climbing roses. So the hope is that between the 2 beds, we're going to have another arch. We talked about doing the cattle panel arch like I just showed you, but I think my partner is actually going to build out a wood, if you can see it, but there's like a archway over there made out of wood, and we're going to kind of match the aesthetic of the neighborhood maybe and do some nice white wood like that and make something trellisy for these roses to grow up. But at least we got them planted. They're in the ground. They are much happier, and I am so excited to see them just take off. So I'm going to finish watering in my roses, and then we'll continue. Well, for the most part, everything was still fairly moist from when I watered yesterday or from the rains over the weekend. So watering didn't take long this morning. So let's just check. Now that the sun is up, we'll check on status of the garden. So I have, what is this called? Borage. That is my borage plant. That's going to be a lovely pollinator attractor. We've got some calendula over there by my parsley, which is just loving life right now. My parsley is one of my best crops so far. Of course, it is only April. I don't know what the fuck that is. That's not. I don't think it's spinach. It might be spinach or lettuce. I don't know. I got some carrots. Calendula is doing well. We got a lot of just sprinkled spinaches and lettuces here and there. That's most of what I'm seeing coming up out of the ground right now. And I'm gonna have to thin those down. They are definitely too close. They popped up very, very well. Better than expected. That is one of my cabbages. This is my, what's it called? My flat Dutch cabbage. Got a little bit of eating going on. Not too bad. This is my red acre cabbage. It's my only red cabbage. I'm not a huge fan of red. Another flat Dutch. And here we have my broccoli. Another broccoli over there. That one's doing really good. This one This sad little guy. He is just giving it his best. He is still alive. He got very transplant shocked, but as long as that tiny little leaf right here keeps trying to grow, then we have faith in him, and he will keep trying. Oh, this guy is recovering very well. This guy looked like this guy just a few short days ago, but he is taking off, which is amazing. And then, oh, that was a Brussels sprout, and this is another Brussels sprout. Again, getting a little bit eaten. Oh, they're really chowing down on the new leaves. That's not good. Problem is, I can never catch anything actually doing the eating, so I don't know what it is, and I don't know how to prevent it, but we'll keep an eye on it. My other broccoli doing pretty well. So a little bit of chives coming up there. Some teeny tiny little guys. So everybody's coming along. And then my other bed, this one's a little bit boring because this is my hot weather bed and nothing can go in here yet. But I do have an oregano, just trucking along. Thyme. I lost one of my thyme plants. This one's still trying. I think I'm keeping them too wet. I do have some kales and some lettuces popping up over here. Again, we'll have to thin them down, but we'll see which ones are the strongest ones. I don't know if we can see these guys. Teeny tiny little guys. Those are chamomiles. I am really excited about growing chamomile because I can dry the flowers and make them into tea. And I have this big idea that I'm going to start a tea and herb business. I don't know if that's going to ever be a thing, but at least I'll have my own tea. I'm really excited about growing chamomile. Here's Loki again. Because I have these big ideas that I'm going to start a business with teas and herbs and whatnot. And I don't know if that's ever going to take off, but with chamomile, that's my starting point. And even if there's no business, at least I can pop those flowers off and dry them and have my own tea. So, hi Loki, say bye-bye. Yeah. Oh, I forgot before I go back inside. This is my other thyme plant that is actually surviving. That one's doing really good. He's in with some rosemary. That one's doing really good. Those rosemaries are definitely too close, so they'll need to be separated eventually. Over here, I got some chamomile from a farmer's market and planted it in, and it's just, it's so transplant shocked. It is sad. And I don't know if that's going to pop back, but we'll give it time. Alright, so I'm back out in the backyard. And I am putting away my partner's Snippy Snips. He got a little upset that I was using these and left them out. So I'm making sure that they get put away properly. Hi, baby girl. Hello. You want to see what's in the grow tent? This little dog was raised around growing other things that smell very good, other things that may or may not be okay to use or talk about on social media. I don't know the rules, fuck. But she likes, oh, hey, look, she likes to inspect because she thinks everything is gonna smell like weed. And I don't know if I can talk about that on whatever platform I am making this for, but hopefully that's okay. I don't know. I get weird and like tripped up when I'm not sure what terminology to use, and kind of hate this world where we have to use alternate words for things like, sorry, I'm not into censorship really, I don't want to censor myself. It gets me in trouble. It gets me all tongue-tied. So, anyway, I'm going to take you around to the other side of the backyard and show you what my partner made me this weekend. So it is a little bit of a mess back here. Oh, there's my compost bin that I got literally like, I don't know, 4 weeks ago. It's already half full. Just gonna give it a little bit of a turn. It's not active yet, so it's not hot outside. I still turn it. But we're messy out here, but this is the little station that my partner set up for me. This is my canning station. I got myself a nice little cook stove and was scared to death of working with fire, but I did it yesterday. And then this is my little table setup that I can use for potting. And, you know, it's not fancy. Oh, this is our maple tree. This maple tree was growing right there. And my partner was like, what is this? Can we save it? So, yeah, we saved it. But anyway, this isn't fancy, but you know, it works for me for now. And it was a great little canning station and will be a potting station. So that enabled me to actually start canning, which is amazing. And I'm so happy to start down that road. And I cannot wait to have green beans, especially out of the garden, because there's going to be so many. I hope. I have, oh my gosh, I think I have 12 green bean plants planned. And I am so freaking excited to have green beans. It's the one vegetable that every single person in my family will actually eat without being picky. So I'm excited to be canning, and I'm very happy that my partner got that set up for me so that I can can outside and enjoy the sunshine. Okay, so I think I've done almost everything that I set out to do this morning. It's only 6:30, so that took me, 30 minutes or so? Excuse me while I try to open my protein shake with one hand. I've been dieting, and I basically do 2 protein shakes until dinner. So this is my breakfast. But anyway, I'm very aware that this is not exciting content. I am not a terribly exciting person. I tend to be very monotone and boring. I'm an introvert. You know, I don't care for all the fluff and energy. Like, I'm not going to put on fake energy for this. I used to, I think. I'm over that. But anyway, I know this is not the most exciting content. I know it's kind of boring, but my point here is to document the journey and show how to get started. And my starting point was simply start a garden. And from gardening, we are getting into canning and learning a whole new skill. I knew how to garden. I've learned a lot about gardening this year, but it's not hard. I knew the basics, and I just added some knowledge. But now with gardening, I want to learn how to make the most of my food. I don't want it to go to waste, so I'm learning canning. I also want to learn about growing our own meat. We are meat lovers in this family, and it's very, very expensive. The price of ground beef has basically doubled in the last couple months, more like the last year. And ground beef was always my go-to because it was cheap. It's not cheap anymore. I'd rather buy chicken or turkey or something, but even those are going up in price. So we thought about raising chickens, and then I did more and more research, and now I want to raise rabbits. So here in a couple months, I'm going to go to a meat rabbit seminar thing. But that's one of my hyper focuses that I've been really learning a lot about. I've learned how to, I just need the experience of doing it before I commit. So anyway, started with the garden, onto canning, onto how do we grow meat, and lots of focuses and lots of research in between all of those. So homesteading starts somewhere, and that's really what I want to portray. I started with a garden, and you don't have to start as hard and fast as I did or get it as right as we did. I still don't think we got it right. Like, could it be better? Absolutely. Could we have used cedar in our gardens to last 20 years instead of, 3? Sure. That takes a lot more money though. So, like, we're not doing everything right. We're doing what we can with the money that we have and the energy that we have. And we started with the garden, and you just add incrementally here and there. Am I going to replace my grocery bill with anything from my garden? Maybe my green beans. Maybe. But broccoli, cabbage, I'm still going to have to be buying those at the store come, September. So, like, baby steps, one thing at a time. So that's the real point of this. I know I'm boring. I know the content isn't that much, but I just want to show that you start somewhere and you start in baby steps, and nobody else really shows this part of it. This is where it starts. It is boring. It is overwhelming. It is a lot, and there is a lot to do. But if you have the energy, if you have the time, if you have a little bit of money, just put it into yourself and put pride in yourself and know that you can do it. That's really what it comes down to.